It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I think I've just found probably my ultimate microwave meal, my ultimate kind of ready meal food. Chips in a ready meal, they don't go down too well. Mashed potato, on the other hand, fantastic. This is probably an IKEA inspired meal. It's 400 grams. I picked it up from Aldi Crestwood, and it's their Swedish style meatballs and mash. This cost me £2.50 to buy. Goes in the oven from chilled, 25 minutes. Gas mark 6, electric oven 200 degrees, 25 minutes. Or you can microwave it in 7 minutes. If you have a 1000-watt microwave, you can microwave it in 5 minutes 30. So it's an interesting thing, isn't it? It's an interesting thing. You probably pop the foil and get it in the oven. Remove sleeve and pierce film. So there we go then. There's a look at it. I reviewed the sausage and mash. The sausages and mash from Aldi probably a week or so ago. And I found the mash really sticky and tasty and lovely. So I can imagine with these meatballs and the sauce, this could be quite good. This could be quite good. I don't have a fork to prick the film, but we'll do that, get it in the oven, and we'll give it a review. Okay, so here is a look at this Swedish meatball and mash dish, straight out of the oven, bubbling away to itself. Smells fantastic. Fun fact, this is the second review I've done of this dish. The first dish, for whatever reason, never happened before to me on the channel. I picked it up and dropped it on the blooming floor. So, on my chair actually, on a bar stool, I was scraping mashed potato off a bar stool. And I was still recording. I was like, can I make it? No. I said, no, turn it off. Go and buy a new one. So I'm going to try. And not ruin it. So mashed potato first and foremost, I think. Yes, look. It's proper sticky mashed potato. Right, that's most of the mash on the plate, on the bowl. I want to pour the meatballs on the top. There we go. Right, I can put that away. Clean up my bowl. I worked in a restaurant, a bar for a while, and we always told you it was always about presentation, how you presented the dish. So that little mashed potato on the edge there, I had to clean that away. Just for presentation purposes, but there we go, let's have it. I've got a wonderful British style Weiss beer from Unbound Brewing Company. Wonderful, wonderful Weiss beer. Oh, So a British brewed German style beer with Swedish meatballs. You can't say I'm uncultured, can you? So let's have a look at one of these meatballs then. There's a look at it. Let's get it in some of that. I mean, the gravy is one of the most important things about this. Yeah, I mean, this is class. This is class from Aldi. When I went back, after I dropped my first bowl all over the floor, it was completely sold out. Ooh. Oh. And you can see why it's completely sold out. This is very, very clever from Aldi. Very, very clever. Okay, meatballs have been around for a long time. But kind of Mr. Brain's faggots have been around in the UK for an even longer time. And for whatever reason, Mr. Brain's faggots just kind of like, they've died a death really, haven't they? They haven't really done anything. Like, they were like faggots and peas. Faggots, peas, gravy, great, absolutely fantastic. Wonderful, with mash, great, really good. So, to put it in one dish, I mean, so the Swedish meatball market has basically stolen Mr. Brain's pork. They were like fist-sized meatballs. Fun fact, and I've disputed this claim, and I've argued my case with YouTube. They will not monetize the Mr. Brain's video, because under the YouTube guidelines, I'm not allowed to use the word F-A-G-G-O-T, because it's offensive. But even though I've tried to explain to Google and YouTube, it's actually a dish in the UK. You go to a butcher and they'll sell you a F-A-G-G-O-T dinner with peas and mash, or just 6 of them for your family. And it's a British thing. But anyway, apart from that, that doesn't really matter. This dish is fantastic. So peel off a plastic lid, put this in the oven as a ready meal. The mash is sticky and lovely. The meatballs are pretty tidy. I liked the first dish. I thought that was great. What I had left of it after I dropped it on the floor. I think the only thing missing from this is probably some nice onions. But the potato is sticky and lovely. The meat is pretty tidy. For £2.50, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. There is a little concern of mine, which is the plastic tray melted a little bit. And I think if a plastic tray melts a little bit in the oven, then, you know, you don't really know what's going on with what's being released into the air in a confined oven space. That's up to you. That's if you're happy to live with melting plastic in an oven with your long-term health, that's a choice of yours. It does concern me a little bit. But rating then for these Swedish meatballs and mash, well, this video should have been out a week ago. I was mortified when I dropped it on the floor. Absolutely mortified. Perfect. Yes, good. It's rather tasty, rather nice. I like this enough to give it, I like that for £2.50. I like that enough to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. The ultimate kind of ready meal for me. £2.50 for Swedish meatballs, mash and gravy. What's not to love with a beer? Thanks for watching. Please comment, please subscribe. Boom, cheers.